Hello everyone, it's me, Bryce Ward, Mayor for the Fairbanks North Star Borough. I'm here in my office today and I'd like to talk to you about COVID-19, the pandemic, and what's going on in our community. So it's been 18 months since this all started. This started back in March of 2020. COVID arrived on the scene here in Fairbanks and in the state of Alaska, and a lot's happened since then. Folks are tired. Things have been ongoing for months, 18 months, a year and a half now. And we're feeling it here in the borough, in the office. Our businesses are feeling it, our community members are feeling it. We're all just really tired. And that's having an impact on our community. And I'd like to address some of those things. We've done some tremendous work as a community. We've come together, we've accomplished some really amazing things during the pandemic. We have been able to pick up the slack for areas that we have employee and labor shortages. We've been able to come together and innovate. We've been able to come together and do online meetings and really leverage technology to become better and to do things in a new way. And that's been really awesome, but it's also been really tiring. And all of these new things come at a cost. The pandemic is still ongoing. We are now at a position where we have more cases than we've ever had before. It's impacting our healthcare industry, it's impacting our other services throughout the community, businesses, nonprofits, the organizations that support our community are feeling the impact of this. It's not just COVID, it's the labor shortages, it's all of the things associated, the unintended or the kind of tentacles that come as part of the pandemic. And this all comes at a cost. These all come with an impact to our community. We don't always get to choose what comes our way, what life throws at us. But what we do get to choose is how we respond to it. And so we've done a lot of different things. We've been giving guidance from the CDC, from our health officials on what things we can do to help mitigate these impacts. We've taken a lot of different approaches to this. We took a really strong approach to this early on in the pandemic. Things got easier, they laxed up, but we're back to where the cases are significantly impacting us. And again, it's because we're all tired. And so there's a lot more, what we might have been able to handle in the past is that much more difficult for us to deal with now. And so there are things that we can do. There's stuff that the health officials are sharing with leaders across the state of Alaska. And it's a lot of the same stuff that we've heard for the last 18 months. But it's the stuff that we have. It's the tools that we have in our tool belt. It's things like not going out in public if you're sick, not going to work, not going to school, not going out to the grocery store. If you have a tickle in your throat, if you have a runny nose, stay home. It's not just COVID, this is flu season. There's other sicknesses that are going around that impact your neighbors. They impact your school, they impact your place of work, your coworkers. And so that is one of the most fundamental things that we can do is if you're not feeling well, stay home. That's okay. We want you to get better and we don't want you to spread that to other people. We also want you, the recommendations that are out there from the CDC is to keep your distance. Social distancing, keeping that distance between you and your neighbor is another really effective tool that we have. Face coverings is another one, where if you are going to be in close proximity, if you're going to be out in public, those face coverings do provide some protection. The other thing that we can do that's shown effectiveness is the vaccine. So if you have the ability to get that vaccination for COVID, I'd ask that you go out and do that. If you do get sick, it does provide that additional immunity or that boost to your immune system to be able to fight that, to where it's less likely that you'll end up in the hospital needing additional support from the healthcare system. These things have impact to our community. I don't have all the answers. There's lots of questions out there, lots of discussion and debate on how effective certain strategies are. But I think the reality is that altogether, these things do have a positive impact on our ability to curb the spread of sickness in our community. And so I would ask that all of our residents, all of our employees and businesses in town, that you would take these things into consideration when you make your personal decisions on how you interact with your friends and your neighbors and your fellow community members here in the Fairbanks North Star Borough. Don't go out in public if you're sick. If you are, please distance, please wear your face coverings. These are things that are difficult. No one wants to do them. I don't want to do them. But I love every single one of you, and I know that all of us live in this community together, and so we have to do what we can to really help out, help our healthcare industry, to help our businesses, our schools, our teachers, folks that are just trying to make things work. And so I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know what the future holds, but I know that we can do it all together, that we have to, we're going to. And so please take these things into consideration. Please think about how we choose to respond to these things that happen to our community, to our families. We have the ability to influence that change. And so I would ask, I'm not going to do mandates. I can't do mandates as the Fairbanks North Star Borough, but I'm going to ask everyone to do what you can to help make a difference in regards to the pandemic. I appreciate every single one of you and all that you do for our community, and hope you have a great rest of the day.